The warning in the sea. You wake up. You look out the window. The climate has lost all meaning. Winter feels like summer, and summer feels like an oven. On your phone, the news shows chaos. Cities in Europe underwater, cars floating in Spain, while neighboring countries crack from drought. The world seems broken. You feel a tightness in your chest, a silent warning from nature. But do not panic. Everything has a simple explanation, and fear disappears when you get prepared. It all starts at the beach, on your day off. The sun is punishing. You run to the water looking for that freezing shock. You step into the water, and the foam hits your ankle. It is warm. You dive in. There is no relief. The water is hot. The ocean has turned into a giant bathtub. The air is suffocating and the freshness is gone. You get out, go home, lock the door, and turn on the air conditioner. Relief comes, and you think it was just a bad day. If you felt this, you are not alone. Millions report the exact same thing. Science explains, the ocean is Earth's radiator. It cools the world. But El Niño, added to pollution, made the sea suck in too much heat. It cannot take it anymore. What you felt at the beach was the sea returning that heat to the air. The practical solution is to accept that extreme days will be normal. Prepare yourself. Drink double the water, wear light clothes, and avoid the strong sun. Above all, take care of your mind. The human body is made to adapt. Understanding the climate is your greatest weapon against fear. The sky falling down. You are coming back from work. The day was normal. Suddenly the light disappears. Black low clouds swallow the sky. The air gets humid. A drop falls. And then, the sky falls down. It is not rain. It is a wall of water. You run. Water gets in your eyes. The street vanishes. The water rises fast to your shin. Panic hits. The current pulls you. Trash cans float by. You throw yourself inside a store and climb the stairs. Safe, but soaked and trembling. You look through the glass. The street has turned into a furious river. Millions have felt this panic recently. In Europe, we saw streets in Italy and Greece turn into rivers in minutes. Why does this happen? Remember the hot sea? Hot water evaporates fast. The air becomes a giant sponge in the sky. El Niño blocks the winds. The cloud stops over the city and squeezes the sponge all at once. Months of rain fall in just 2 hours, and the old storm drains cannot handle it. To survive, know your area. If the forecast warns of rain, change your route or wait in a high place. At home, clean the gutters, keep documents in plastic, and have a flashlight. If the heavy rain starts, breathe counting to 4. Water rises, but it also goes down. Storms always pass. The invisible oven. Middle of the night. Total darkness. The fan is on maximum, but it only pushes hot wind. You roll in bed. The sheet sticks to your sweat. You cannot breathe. The room feels vacuum sealed. Despair hits, and you get up all at once. Your heart races. You go to the bathroom and throw cold water on your face. The freshness brings you back. In the kitchen, a glass of ice water calms your breathing. It is 3 in the morning, and it is still over 30 degrees. You survived another impossible night. This is the new reality. In Europe, extreme heat waves melted asphalt and stopped entire cities. The culprit is the heat dome. El Niño alters the winds in the sky and forms a high-pressure barrier, like a pot lid. Hot air tries to rise, hits the lid, and comes down hotter and squeezed. At night, there is no wind to cool things off. The practical solution: put a damp towel in front of the fan to cool the air. Take an almost cold shower before sleeping. Close the curtains during the day. And remember, heat makes you irritable, but it is not a panic attack. It is just your body trying to cool down. Get up, drink water, and stay calm. Anxiety only makes the heat worse. The empty shelf and the scare. You are at the supermarket. The cart makes its usual noise. You go to the fruits. The stand has empty spaces. You go to get olive oil, rice, and coffee. You look at the tag, and the numbers scare you. The price tripled. You put the product back. Your stomach freezes. Anxiety takes over. Your salary is no longer enough to fill the cart. The fear of running out of food tightens your throat. You buy the basics, go home, and do the math. Relief comes in the form of resignation. The month will be tight, but the family will eat. This is the most continuous fear today. In Europe, olive oil became a luxury. The explanation? When El Niño floods one side of the world, it dries out the other. The heat burned the European wheat and dried the coffee. Without a harvest, there is no food. If food is missing, the price goes up. The earth stops bearing fruit when it boils. The solution is organization. Create a smart pantry. Buy an extra kilo of rice or beans a week. Store dry food slowly, guaranteeing safety for months. And mentally, rely on your community. Talk to neighbors. The fear of hunger decreases when we know we have people we can count on. Mass extinction and the final preparation. You are lying in bed at night, scrolling on your cell phone. The blue light hits your face. You scroll the screen. Videos of floods appear. Videos of fires. Videos of people losing everything. You see the world in chaos through the little screen. The images are sharp. The sound is loud. Your chest tightens. Your throat closes. A profound sadness hits. A giant fear takes over. You feel small, weak. You feel that humanity has lost control. The feeling that the end is near. You lock your cell phone screen. The screen goes black. You place the device next to the bed. The room gets dark. You hear the breathing of the people you love in the house. You look at the firm walls of your room. You feel the clean sheet. You take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3 times. Oxygen fills your lungs. You come back to the present moment. You say to yourself, my house is safe right now. My family is here. The giant sadness recedes. You close your eyes and manage to rest. This enormous fear that you feel when you see the news has a name. It is called climate anxiety. It is the pain of seeing nature changing too fast. Millions of people, in all countries, are sleeping poorly with the same feeling that something grandiose and negative is happening on the planet. And the truth is that something grandiose is happening, but you have more than enough capacity to understand and deal with it. Our planet is billions of years old. Science and history show us that the Earth has already gone through moments where almost all life disappeared. These are the mass extinctions. What science tells us today is that the greatest extinctions of the past did not happen because of a meteor falling from the sky out of nowhere. They happened exactly the way we are seeing it start today, with the warming of the seas. When the ocean water gets too hot, it releases heat into the air. The air messes up the rains. Plants die. Animals are left without food. It is a very simple domino effect. The prolonged El Niño, mixed with the smoke from our industries, is doing today what nature did alone millions of years ago. It is as if the Earth were a human body that caught an infection and now is having a fever to try to heal itself and expel the disease. The planet will not end. The planet will keep spinning around the sun. What is at risk is the comfortable and easy way we have grown accustomed to living. The final tip is acceptance united with action. The world is changing, and fighting against reality only causes pain. Materially, you need to simplify your life. Live with fewer debts. Always have an emergency fund, no matter how small. Have a toolbox, flashlights, batteries, a first aid kit, and dry food in your house. Know where to go if you have to leave your city. Get to know the people on your street. The community is your greatest shield. Psychologically, do not waste your energy suffering for the entire world. You do not have the power to stop a storm in Europe, but you have the absolute power to hug your family, to stay calm, and to act with wisdom when the weather closes in on your street. Our mind is the best survival tool ever created in the history of the universe. Fear is just an alarm that rings to warn you that it is time to act. Turn off the news alarm on your cell phone. Lift your head, look around, and prepare your space. Humanity has never given up, and it will not be now that we will start. The fresh start always is born after the rain passes. The hot ocean can change everything around us, but if you are prepared, your life will continue moving forward with strength and hope. I ask that you subscribe to the channel so we can continue growing together on this journey. And if you want to know more about curious facts and how they can affect us deeply, subscribe to FactBase.